Arsenal will win major honours this season. I've been saying this for weeks. At bare minimum, I think they win 2. They've just turned up to Stamford Bridge, which is a very difficult place for a lot of teams to go to. Arteta has a very good record against the big 6 clubs this season. Only Liverpool have beaten them. They've just turned up, come away with 3 goals and an advantage going back to the Emirates. Now, let me tell you this right now. The mentality is completely different to what we've seen for the last 5 years under Arteta. 3 or 4 years ago, he would have done a mixed shaping team. You would have seen a mixed back line, a mixed midfield, and Gabriel Jesus up front. Other than the goalkeeper, Raya, he goes full strength. That's a statement of intent. Ben White and Timber can both play both sides, 2 of the best fullbacks in the league. He goes with his starting centre-backs, and they turn up to Chelsea and score 3 goals. By far the better team. Alejandro Garnacho come off the bench and made it very interesting. But even if it was a draw, I don't see this Chelsea team, the way they've performed recently, going to the Emirates. And bearing in mind, Arsenal this season have only drawn 1 game at the Emirates. They have been near on perfect all season. They've beaten Aston Villa. Well, they pumped Aston Villa. They pumped us. They pumped this team as well. At home, for me, they're the best home team in the league. And now Chelsea have to go there. It's done. Arsenal versus City in the final. Unless Chelsea pull out a 12 out of 10 performance, Arsenal are going to Wembley. And bearing in mind right now, Arsenal are top of the league, pretty much in a final of a League Cup, top of the Champions League, and in the 4th round of the FA Cup. What will the agenda be tonight? What will Standards FC say tonight? Because to go and beat one of your big 6 rivals, to go and beat one of your arch rivals, a London rival, in their own ground, on their own patch, I don't care if Caicedo and Reece James were missing. In semi-finals, big players rise. Victor Gyokeres comes away with a goal and an assist, by the way. Fair play. Make sure you go down and drop a like if you haven't already. Make sure you do go down, hit that subscribe button. The road to 100,000 subscribers is well and truly on. Make sure you check out the transfer video from earlier today regarding Arda Güler, regarding Yildiz, quite a lot of stuff. But I was very, very impressed. Very, very impressed with Arsenal. I was actually very impressed with Chelsea's second half as well. First half, they go in 1-0. Ben White scored really early on. And when you talk about team talks, when we talk about starting game strong, setting the tone, a set piece at this point is basically like a penalty. A corner kick is basically a penalty kick from Arsenal. How many corners have they scored under Arteta? It's getting to the point now where you're losing count. You're losing count. I'm going to bring up the lineups. Of course, today, big misses for Chelsea. Of course, Reece James and Caicedo. They did have Esteval. They did have Enzo Fernandez. They did have some good players there. But look at the fact that they've gone full strength. Like, Kepa Arrizabalaga, I actually think had a decent game as well. Timber, Gabriel Saliba, Ben White. Ben White, of course, starting at right back, Timber at left back. Ben White gets a goal, plays a full 90. He's also been heavily linked with a move away. And that today basically goes out and tells everyone, I'm here to stay. Odegaard, Zubimendi, Declan Rice, Trossard, Gyokeres, Saka, up against Sanchez, Achipong, Fofana, Chalobah, Cucurella, Enzo, Santos, Esteval, João Pedro. Is it Gui? Neto. In terms of the bench as well, Garnacho comes on, gets a brace. You know, in terms of players injured, of course, no Palmer as well. Another big miss. Again, I don't know what's his... Whenever it comes down to playing Arsenal, he's never available. He brought on Havertz, brought on Jesus, brought on Mikel Merino, brought on Gabriel Martinelli, really trying to maximize the use of his squad. And they score really, really early. They started the press. Odegaard, of course, very good at leading that press. Very early on, a ball comes in from Declan Rice. The delivery, of course, 9 out of 10 times is going to be spot on. And Ben White headers the ball down and into the back of the net. I have got no idea what Sanchez has done this game. He was poor today. Very, very, very poor. Very poor for the second goal and for the set piece. Half time, I thought Chelsea towards the back of the first half, towards the back of the first half, tried to get back into it. But Arsenal going half time deserved to be in front. They were the better team on XG, on possession, on shots, on big chances. You know, to come away with 3 big chances, 3 goals, a 1-goal cushion going back to your own patch. Any manager in European football would have taken that in the semi-final of a competition. Then you're talking about half-time team talks. Go out there, hit them, get stuck in, start well. And what do? Again, they score another early goal. That is exactly the sort of thing that Arne Slot used to do last season with that Liverpool team. So many Liverpool goals last year were scored between the 45th and 60th minute and between the 1st and the 15th minute. The start of the game and the start of the second half is where a lot of teams aren't necessarily switched on. A lot of managers get their tactics across. They look at other teams can be vulnerable in these certain spots. And they go, a decent ball into the box. I've got no idea, again, what Sanchez is doing. I think it's Ben White who puts the cross in, fluffs it. It goes into Gyokeres. He does really well because he gambles and he ends up bumbling it over the line and it goes in. And it's a really, really good position that Arsenal are in. Now, fair play to Chelsea and fair play to, Liam Rosina, how you pronounce it. He brings on Garnacho, and that gave Chelsea a lot more quality. He comes on, he gets 2 goals. The second goal, the way he takes it, the volley into the ground. Gabriel's unlucky to not get his head on it. But that actually changed the game. That really, really did. He comes on, he takes his first goal really, really well. But again, how do Arsenal respond? As soon as you concede a goal, 10 minutes later, Zubimendi pops up with another big and important goal. And he has been some signing for Arsenal. He's already played 28 games in an Arsenal shirt. That's availability. He's popped up with big goals in big games. And today, I thought Zubimendi was really, really good. Gyokeres comes away with a goal and an assist, by the way, as well. Martin Zubimendi makes it 3-1. And the best goal of the lot is Garnacho's second goal. The volley into the back of the net, off the bounce. But Chelsea come away, they probably will feel they've got something to hold on to because it is only 1 goal. But looking at the stats, Chelsea had more possession. But other than that, every other metric, you'd expect Chelsea to have more possession because they went a goal behind early. But 2.68 XG, 17 shots, 6 on target, 3 big chances as well at the very, very end. Gabriel Jesus narrowly offside. That could have been a penalty as well. Had 1 big chance and they took it, But Arteta has got a lot of games this month, 9 games. And so far, he made a lot of changes and went out and beat Portsmouth. He drew away to Liverpool. He beat Bournemouth at the beginning of the month. And so far, Arsenal are in red hot form. Like, they are really proving a lot of people wrong. Bearing in mind, they've still got 5 games this month. They've got Nottingham Forest on Saturday, Inter Milan away, which at that point, a draw will be enough to probably get them inside the top 3. Manchester United will be a new Man United under Michael Carrick. You'd imagine they'll comfortably put 2 or 3 goals past Carrat or Matty. And then a tough game at the end of the month at Ellen Road against the Leeds United side who've got Dominic Calvert-Lewin on red hot form. But I thought in recent years, we've seen Arsenal go out of European competitions to Olympiacos by playing weaker teams. We've seen them go out of FA Cup third rounds to Manchester United. We've seen them go out of FA Cup third rounds to Nottingham Forest. Today, he went full strength, and that tells you they are taking this cup seriously. They are 100% taking the cup seriously. And I believe right now, they're going to win multiple honours. Like right now, they're top of the Premier League. They're pretty much in the League Cup semi-final. That final against Manchester City is going to be very, very good if it finishes the way I think it will. Bearing in mind, Arteta in the one-off game, he has played against Manchester City in a at Wembley, which is the semi-final, I believe, of the FA Cup. And then I think they beat City at Wembley in the Community Shield. I personally believe that Arsenal win this competition. I don't believe them right now to. I don't see them having any weaknesses. Yes, Chelsea scored 2 goals today, but the second leg, which will be at Arsenal in the 3rd of February, I believe there's only one winner. Chelsea have got a lot to do. They've just brought a new manager in. They've got a lot of holes to fill. You know, bearing in mind narrowly losing to to Fulham, they've got a decent run of fixtures. They should beat Brentford, Palace. The way they're playing, and West Ham at the moment are in absolute. They're a nightmare to watch at the moment. But this Arsenal team is growing. It is gaining mentality. It's gaining the right things, and I don't think Chelsea, the way they're playing right now, I don't think they go away to the Emirates in a team that hasn't lost a game this season and win. A draw will be enough. And what helps Arsenal is the fact that Chelsea have to go out on the front foot. They have to go out there and attack Arsenal, which will leave space in behind. You know how vulnerable they are with Sanchez in goal. You know how strong the goal. This match only ends one way. It only ends one way. Let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you go down and hit that subscribe button. Yeah, it's going to be a very, very interesting next 4 weeks. I'm out.